relay.
Hello.
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 Hello. Welcome to the show. Hello,
Welcome.
everybody.
Yeah, Eric's back this week. Eric was gone last week.
There's
Welcome.
3 people on this show for the first time in like months.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's been interesting months.
Hey, Sargrath. Hello, everybody.
My goodness.
Welcome to the Unnamed Game Show. We talk about video games here.
Are we really an unnamed game show if our name is Unnamed Game Show?
But that's
No.
recursive.
No. We're not.
Okay.
But we are? But we're not.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So it's recursive. Cool.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. Hello, everybody. This is the show on Relay where we talk about every video game on Earth
Except for one.
for 2 of them.
How we fit
yeah.
every single video game into an hour and a half, you'll never believe.
Yeah. There are 2 games.
Frogs.
There are 2 games that we do not talk about here on this specific show. This one. And that is Star Citizen and Squadron 42.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Jake.
We have another
I
show
work
for
for-
that.
I work for Cloud Imperium Games.
He's not allowed
you
to
do.
talk to us about it yet. He has to climb more ranks.
I can't do it. Can't do it.
Us here, Eric and I, though, we have another show on Saturdays
Yes.
with another person.
Although, if you really want to hear me talk about Star Citizen on a podcast format, there's like 6 years of content that you
This is
could
true.
go through.
You can do that.
Jake,
There's a lot of it up on YouTube.
Jake, here's a question. In those 6
Yes.
years of podcast content
Yes.
that we've done, how much of
Yes.
it was wrong?
Lots.
All of it.
All the time we were
All
wrong.
of it. We're always wrong.
I mean,
it's amazing.
to be fair, CIG's been wrong about most of what they said too.
Yeah.
So
We're never gonna be able to do procedural planets. All right, let's
Absolutely
continue.
impossible.
Welcome. I'm Jake. David
might not be
is
your
above
net.
me, and Eric is to my left.
Let's see if I can fix this.
Why is my name Jake your daily allowance of cream a cappella?
Because that's your name today, Jake.
Who has an allowance of cream?
You do, and or I don't know. I don't know who has it. They have it, and it's you. They have the allowance, and the allowance is you. Okay.
Oh God.
Look, not all of these are winners. Okay.
Clearly. All right, let's get on with the show.
Let's do it. All right.
We here on this show we talk about video games, what's been going on, but first we talk about what we've been playing.
It's true.
Segmentin' Zero, what you playing?
Man, none of us have really been playing very much, have we?
Okay, fine, I'll go. I've been
Go.
playing Devil May Cry 4.
You've made it all the way to 4.
Okay, so here's my thing. Last week? Was it last week? Last week.
No, yeah, it was last week. It was
Last week.
Yeah. Time.
Last week I played and finished DMC Devil May Cry. Which is a Ninja Theory game and not a Capcom game. Great game, not canon, and there are people who hate it, but I wanted to play it in a bubble without any like Devil May Cry knowledge in my brain, and I loved it. So Yeah. Then I went to play Devil May Cry 1, and it was like Resident Evil 1 dated. And I was like, I ain't got time for this. I've universally heard that Devil May Cry 2 is terrible, so I didn't have time for that either. And then I tried to play Devil May Cry 3, and it just felt like 1. So what I did is I found a video that caught me up on the story of Devil May Cry 1 through 3. And then I moved on to Devil May Cry 4, which is great. I'm having a good time. The boss fights are really cool. The level design is really good. It is super video gamey, but that's okay.
Man,
it's
I
pretty
do
cool.
hate it when my video games turn out to be video games.
You know what I mean? Like
I know what you mean.
like very not diegetic things.
Look, I am my entire shtick is
it's the difference between Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal.
all right.
Doom Eternal is video gamey.
It knows it's a video game and it doesn't care that
Yes.
it's a video game.
Yes. Doom 2016 I liked better for that reason. But yeah.
I
But yeah,
liked
I'm having
Doom
fun
Eternal
with-
because it was free to play.
I mean, yes, but
That was great.
But yeah, Devil May Cry 4, it's a good time. And for those who weren't here last week, the reason why I'm going through Devil May Cry right now is because I played like a little of Devil May Cry when it first came out, and I wasn't a huge fan because Kingdom Hearts was out at the time, and I have always held that Kingdom Hearts is a better character action game. Like, purely from a video game standpoint, story is subjective. But and I realized that that opinion was not really based in fact, because I hadn't really played those games. So I'm like, I'm a man of integrity. I'm going to play Devil May Cry, so I have a fully formed opinion, you know? And I like it. Devil May Cry is good. Kingdom Hearts is better. But it's still very good. And I'm actually really looking forward to Devil May Cry 5, the newest one that came out like 2 years ago. Because I hear like they take the wacky cinematic boss fights to a very high extreme, and that sounds awesome. So so yeah, I'm pretty excited for that.
Nice.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I've been playing. I've been playing Apex as
New
a
character.
Yes, and we're going to talk about that in a second, along with some rumored things coming to the game, which is
like
cool.
rumors.
But I have some new people to play with. I've been playing with a couple Star Citizen PvP guild people, which is cool. Why did I say guild? It's just ingrained in my brain at this point. Guilds. They're guilds. Who are we kidding ourselves? They're guilds. They're not orgs. They're guilds. And yeah, we've been having a good time. And yeah, that's it. That's all I've been playing. Apex. Get out of here. Sargrath.
No, I like it. I like Apex.
Get out of here.
I'm a fan. Eric, what have you been playing?
Well, I have been playing Crusader Kings 3. The third Crusader Kings. So, my story is that I was listening to the Fall of Civilizations podcast, and I listened to one about the Songhai Empire in Africa, and I was like, hey, I wonder if I can do it better than they did it in real life.
Yes,
So I went
yes,
to see if
okay.
I could.
Uh-huh.
So, because if anybody wants a good podcast, there's a good podcast, by the way. It's amazing.
The what civilization podcast?
The Fall of Civilizations podcast. It's a history podcast. Discusses
Ooh.
the fall of civilizations.
Man, I miss having a commute.
Right?
I used to do so much
I
like
never-
reading and writing on the commute.
Yeah, I used to listen to podcasts like constantly on my commutes. And I don't anymore. It's bumming
I
me
listen
out.
to them. I listen to them when I'm doing housework too, like anything around the house when I'm not
Oh,
like.
I listen to music specifically. It
Yep.
makes me go faster when
There
I
you
do
go.
that. I
Gotta
don't
go
know why.
fast.
Yep,
Put on
gotta
something
go fast.
angry.
Sank.
Gonna drop a link into our chat there. That is my current progress.
Yeah.
So I'm currently the Empire of Mali, and you can see in the
Good
bottom left-hand
lord,
corner there.
sir.
All right.
You're
I started-
swallowing up some lads down there.
Yeah, I started out about a quarter that size as Ghana. But
I thought that little country that's like in the middle of yours said it was Portlandia. I don't know. I don't know why it's. I thought it said that,
It should.
but that
It
made
should.
me. That made me chuckle.
that's
The dream
that's
of the
not Portlandia.
'90s is alive in Portland.
So, so this gets pretty deep into Crusader Kings. If anybody's played Crusader Kings, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But one of the reasons why this is the whole idea behind this game I'm playing right now was the reason why this empire in Africa fell apart was due to succession. They basically had no plan for succession. So, and each of the emperors had like 40 kids. So every time one of the emperors died, the empire would get splintered into like 40 different empires. And I was like, hey, there's a whole succession mechanic in Crusader Kings, and I think they probably have similar issues. I wonder if I can fix it and take over all of Africa. So that's what I'm working on.
Nice.
I like it. I like that.
I'm doing very well. My army is now up to like almost 30,000, so it's significant. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. And also that's the reason why I only have one game. Crusader Kings is not I'll play multiple things this week type of game. It's oh
what
my
you're
god,
doing for
it's
about
7
a month and a
a.m.
half.
Yeah, it's like oh my god, it's 7 a.m. type of game.
That happens to me in Civ all the time. It's like I'm just gonna
Yeah.
hop in for a nice 3 days. What?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
But yeah, that's me. Also, if anybody hasn't played Crusader Kings 3 and likes strategy games, that game is amazing, and it's on Game Pass. So do it up.
Oh, Why is Game Pass so good?
It's the best.
It's the best.
Microsoft just decided to win, and now they're winning.
Yep.
They did.
It's the best. So 4 days ago, on Friday, 'twas my birthday.
It was.
'Twas
Happy birthday!
a
David Old Man Aloja. Move over,
Yeah, right.
Mark Hamill.
He's a lot
Birth-
younger than me, so be careful.
birthday number 2 in COVID. So it was not the greatest day.
No.
it was
You
a
are.
little-
Everyone is an old man specifically and only on their
on
birthday.
their birthday.
That's a good point. That's a
I
good
actually don't feel very old. I've sort of come to realize that like no, your life doesn't really start until your mid-20s. Before that you're sort of
point. An embryo.
basically still digesting and like figuring out what kind of person you are. Digesting knowledge and information, not like things or people.
I was wondering.
Yeah,
I digest people.
frequently.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
There come the FBI through Jake's door.
No, you're not old until you're like mid-50s, I think. I think after 50 is when you start getting old. Before that, you're alive.
Dude, I'm so hyped to be in my 30s. I'm so hyped. I can't wait.
I mean, it's not really that different than the late 20s, to be honest. Nothing really changes.
Yeah, but I won't get
So-
carded anymore.
I still get carded sometimes. If I shave my beard too much, I get carded. Cass gets carded and she's older than I am. Though I guess in the United States it's what, like 25 before you can buy booze or something ridiculous.
21.
I know, it's still ridiculous. No, the difference though is like our parents were old, and what did they do for fun? They go out and like mow the lawn and
They sat on their butts.
watch TV.
Why
Like,
we all have mental issues.
it's true, but we've got like video games and D&D and cool TV. Like, we've got things to engage us rather than, anyway, we're different. Is what I'm trying to say. Though I did literally tonight at dinner tell Mac to stop giving me so much lip.
Wow. Congratulations, Grandpa.
Grandpa David.
Hey, I'm just making sure she's got the same raising as I got.
You've skipped Dad, and you've gone straight to Grandpa.
Right there. All right. This week, anyway, on my birthday, Eric there bought me some
Who, me?
games because he's a nice human being. And one of the games he got me was Loop Hero.
Good game.
And that's all I've played this week.
Yeah, right? I did the same thing when I got Loop Hero. I'm like, how many more hours can I sink into Loop Hero today? Oh, that's not enough hours. More hours.
I woke up early yesterday, came downstairs, and played Loop Hero before I had to, like, be a human. Christ, that game. It's a really,
so good.
really good game. The concept is so simple, and you have to do so little while playing it, but it's so engaging, and it's so, like, when do I stop? No, I can't stop it. If you die during the loop, you lose everything. You have to hit the end of your, like, trip around the track, and if you don't hit the end of your trip around the track, you lose everything that you gathered on the trip. But
you always want to do
but
one more trip around the track.
yeah, because you've got good equipment, and you can make it again, and you want to get more. It is incredibly addictive. It's really good.
It's so hard to determine where that line is where you got to go, nope, I'm not going to make it around again. I need to bail.
Yeah. I am absolutely loving Loop Hero. I still think it would be a really good game on the Switch.
Totally.
But
I don't know if it's ever coming out on the Switch, so I decided to get it for you now. Anyway.
Oh no, I am very, very happy with it on PC as well. Now that I've played it on PC, I think I'm actually glad I don't have it on Switch, because that would be a, like, lie down in bed with Loop Hero, and all of a sudden it's 4 a.m. and I'm like, no, just another loop, just one more loop. It's only 4 a.m. I can survive on 2 hours sleep tonight. I'm doing another loop. Yeah, that's what I've been playing. And I actually want to swing what I've been playing straight into the next segment.
What is the next segment, David?
The accurately named segment 2, One Game You Want. Because the one game I want is more Loop Hero.
Nice.
So Loop Hero, like, I think there's numerous acts to go through. I haven't even beaten the third boss, but I've sort of gotten used to it. I'm just trying to get a little bit better at it. There are only 3 classes. There's Warrior, Rogue, and Necromancer. I've picked my favorite class. I'm going through it. Like, it's I've seen all the experience has. Now it's just that I love the experience that's keeping me going. I don't know how long it's going to keep me going for, though, and I really want more Loop Hero. I want more classes. I want more bosses. I want more synergies between cards. I want
Synergy.
more Loop Hero. So badly. Like, that's what I want.
And some idea of how well it's done. I haven't seen an update since then, but on March 11th they had 500,000 sales, which for an indie game is pretty freaking good.
They've apparently said that they are going to release more Loop Hero content. They are going to.
I would
more.
assume so.
So
yeah, super cool.
Devolver's been doing good.
Yeah, for sure.
When
That's a
have they
Devolver
not?
published game.
They've never not.
Yeah.
When's our next Devolver Digital showcase? That's
June.
gonna be coming. Okay, I'm prepared.
I can't
terrified.
wait.
What are they gonna do in year 2 of pandemic? Like, what are they gonna?
Dude, the saga must continue. I must know what happens.
Wow.
It's been going like 4 years.
How did someone?
If anybody
pitch
doesn't
that?
know what we're talking about, you absolutely
Just-
must go back and find their old conferences on YouTube.
Digital Foundry, Devolver Digital,
Yes.
E3 press conference. I think there's 4 of them.
How did they
yeah.
who pitched that, and who was like, yes,
Whoever it was deserves a medal.
A huge, like a big medal, one that sits like
Yeah.
this on their chest.
They need to have like a C-suite marketing position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do Eric first. Eric, what game do you want?
So this is funny because it's a game I actually do have. I just haven't been able to play it yet. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I just got it yesterday and I just shoved it into my Xbox this morning, but I haven't actually been able to fire it up. Yeah, I'm excited to play it. It's one of the few, games I'm interested in early on in this new console generation that, kind of takes advantage of the new consoles. So, yeah.
Good game. I played it for a while on PC.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably one of the best Assassin's Creed games right now. It's sort of hard to decide between that and Origins. Origins was such a good experience. Valhalla is as well. I do hope that they take this time now, though, to sort of do what they did with Origins and take a year or 2 off from a new one.
Nope. Never.
They did it with Origins, and it was the best thing they've ever done. They need to do it again.
They did it with Valhalla.
Was it 2 years off between? Yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it might honestly, it might be more than 2 years off due to pandemic.
Yeah, Odyssey was 2017, I want to say.
2018. And then Valhalla was 2020.
Yeah. But they
Anyway,
have two
good game.
two teams working on Assassin's Creed at any given time.
Though they've had some issues with their directors and such. Haven't heard anything on that for a while.
Well,
Yeah,
they all left.
Yeah.
They're not exactly gonna
They don't work there anymore.
be excited to talk about it. We don't know yet what the next one is, hey?
No.
No.
I really want them to
will
go like
probably find out very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
We are approaching like game show season, which is
can't
Oh
wait.
right.
it's
Can't
Christmas.
wait.
But
Yep. I said it last week. It is Christmas for me because it tells me what I'm getting for Christmas.
Yep. I sort of hope they do something more interesting with the next Assassin's Creed. Like, go to China, go to India, go somewhere
Just finish it.
new.
Give me my modern Assassin's Creed game and end it.
That too.
That's what Assassin's Creed 5 was going to be.
It's never going to be. I sort of want them to just end the modern thing and just give up and just do it like each one is a
No.
historical simulation.
That's the Listen, I have the most freaking hottest take on the internet about this, and nobody agrees with me, and I have no idea why. The modern through line of all Assassin's Creed games is the most interesting part of those games. It's so cool.
It's the part that I get taken out of the Animus by force, and I have to go through this crappy modern part, and I'm like, okay, what do I
don't care
do
about
to
the
just
gameplay.
get back
the
in?
Story is what's interesting.
I don't care about it.
Listen, all of the historical stories, you could literally just read and find those stories. Ugh. I hate gamers. I hate them. They have wrong opinions about video games.
Wrong opinion.
Dude, okay, listen. You don't understand. My 15-year-old brain, 2009. No, I'm 15-year-old, 17. Anyway, 2009, Assassin's Creed comes out. Or they had a trailer for it at E3, and they're like, yo, it's like this modern take on a stealth game, platformer type thing, like Prince of Persia, but it's way more stealth focused, lots of environment, full open world cities, parkour on everything. And it takes place during the Crusades in the Middle East. And I was like, that sounds pretty cool.
I would love them to go more back to the stealth too.
Listen. I haven't finished the story yet, David. That was a cool concept. And that's all they advertised it as. Lo and behold, I purchased this video game and I boot it up and it opens in the future. And my 17-year-old brain melted. I was like, what is happening? It's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. And then they're like, at the end of the game, they're like, yo, and here's all the other pieces of Eden that we're looking for. And they're all over the world and all these different time periods. And you can use the eagle vision out of the Animus. And your character starts freaking out. It's Nolan North being Nolan North. And I was just like, I'm in. One of the finest moments in video game history. I will never forget this. Until the day I die, one of the best moments. I'm going to spoil Assassin's Creed 2 right now, so be warned for a 10-year-old video game. At the end of Assassin's Creed 2, Ezio meets one of the gods of lore. It was Minerva. He meets Minerva. It was like a hollow projection of Minerva. And she was talking to Ezio from the past in real time. But then she was like explaining everything that was going down. You murder the Pope, you know?
As one does.
You do murder the Pope in that game. Was it that game or Brotherhood? I don't know.
No,
one of those you do murder the Pope. But
I don't know.
Minerva, this god being, is talking to Ezio, and Ezio is just like, like having a spiritual experience, right? Because he has no idea what's happening. And then she's like, the piece of Eden is not meant for you. And then she like turns to the camera and says, "It was meant for you, Desmond." And then the screen goes black and the credits roll. What? That is the coolest thing of all time.
It's pretty damn cool.
You want Ubisoft to abandon this? Oh,
No,
Get out.
Jake, did you not
Get
listen?
out.
Jake, no, Jake. You, in your like single-hearted fixation on this, listened to none of the words that were coming out of my mouth because I'm going to remind you of exactly what the words that were coming out of my mouth were because I want them to finish the modern stuff, finish it, give it an ending, but not finish the Assassin's Creed. I want them to continue going back to the past as like the historic modules, sort of what like as it is now, with the modern stuff having
That
been
would just not be
done.
interesting, though.
Sure it would. You are the only person in
You
the
couldn't
world.
call it Assassin's Creed at that point, because that's the whole point of Assassin's Creed, is this organization of people that has lasted throughout all of human history. You would have to literally call it something else.
Creed of Assassins.
No.
Done. Problem solved.
You could call it the History Files. There you go.
All right, Jake,
You win.
what do you want?
I want to play It Takes Two.
Oh,
Steam
good
top
choice.
seller.
Good choice.
I can't afford it currently because I'm moving. But
Yes, you are. Where are you moving to, Jake?
I'm moving to Austin because I work there now. But I really want to play that game. I hear they learned a lot of very valuable lessons from A Way Out. And I've always believed in this guy. I forget what his name is, but he's the guy behind Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, which in my opinion is like a top 5 video game ever.
It Takes Two is a 95 on Steam.
Yeah, I've heard extremely good things.
Holy shit.
And I want it. I want it real bad. For those who don't know what it is a fully and only co-op experience.
I also want it. It's probably going to be the next co-op experience I try to get Cass into, but she and I are having too much fun in Valheim right now, so only need one at a time. Once Valheim is,
You play a husband and wife.
yeah,
Did you
Who
know?
are thinking about getting a divorce, and their child places a curse on you.
I told her about
small
it
Toys.
and showed her the trailer, and she thought it was really interesting, but she was like, I feel like this is sort of for people to like try and figure stuff out and then like get angry at each other and hate each other as they're trying to work through it and like have all these like struggles as they're trying to co-op stuff, and
No.
we just like do it. Yeah, I want the game.
The
It looks good.
The number
That's-
one,
I mean, that's the story doesn't mean that's the lesson that it's trying to teach you.
the number one most helpful review on Steam in the past 7 days says best divorce simulator on the market.
That's fair.
Well, and it's one of those things where like it reminds me of like a Pixar movie where it touches on really heavy subjects in a very approachable way.
That's cool.
I'm gonna
Which is
pick it
cool.
up at some point. It's gonna be. It's just a matter of time.
its MSRP is cheap, relatively.
And you get
And
2
also-
copies with it.
Yeah, exactly. You get a free friends pass.
Yep.
Fantastic way
Man,
to,
that game
to
looks
market the game.
and the game looks
They
amazing.
did this.
too.
They did the same thing with A Way Out.
Yep. It's great. I do really love what they're doing. Like all they are doing is co-op games. That's it. 2-player co-op.
So cool.
And I love it.
There aren't enough really good 2-player co-op games.
Not anymore.
Portal 2 was spectacular.
Yeah.
But it was many years ago.
It was. All right.
What's up, Sam? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, hey.
Always happy
What's
to
up,
have
Stim?
a yacht clubber around.
Sup, Stim? How's it going?
Yeah. That's. Do we do everybody? Was that
I
everybody?
think we did, yeah. It's time for the Thorth segment. Hey,
Thorth.
Look, the Thorth segment. Hey, look, guys.
Thorth.
News.
It's time for news.
It's time for... There's not much news this week.
No, there is not, but there's big news this
Big
week.
news.
Yep.
The first and most important one is Jeff Kaplan, after 19 years, has left
Yep.
Blizzard
He was the director of WoW
and
For a
now Overwatch.
very long time. Yeah,
but
now
no
Overwatch.
longer Overwatch. Overwatch was his baby from inception. Which is wild. It's wild that he is not at Blizzard. It's as wild as Chris Metzen leaving Blizzard, which he did. It's as wild as Mike Morhaime leaving Blizzard, which he did.
Yeah.
Blizzard is... it's losing its...
They're hemorrhaging. They're hemorrhaging their talent.
They're hemorrhaging their
the
historic
only-
talent.
The only OG person left is the one I like the least personally, which is J. Allen Brack. But yeah,
Agreed.
wild. What a career that man has had.
So who do we think that Jeff Kaplan is going to work for?
If I were to place my bets, it would be at Dreamhaven.
Yep.
But I can see him working for Metzen at his new tabletop zone, if they decide to make a video game.
Yeah.
You guys
He also
see
might
him
just
just,
be
like,
taking a break,
retiring?
which he should.
I don't think he's retiring. He's not that old.
I think he should take a sabbatical.
Oh yeah.
Take some
But
time
I think-
off, man.
I think when he pops up again, it's going to be at Dreamhaven or Warchief,
Or
for
he's,
sure.
Or he's got his own idea,
or he's got his own studio up
which would
his
be
sleeve.
cool.
But he's only 48. Like
Yeah.
I could see him making games for quite a while longer.
Yeah. So that's insane.
That's news.
Yeah.
I'm actually skipping this one just to use the natural segue into this one real
Sure.
quick. So speaking of Chris Metzen, he started a new company called Warchief Gaming, which is of course, he's Thrall's voice actor. Like
Chris Metzen is a god.
he is behind creating the lore and story structure for universes like Warcraft, Starcraft, and Diablo. Mostly Warcraft is definitely his, but I mean he was creative
his.
director at Blizzard for a very long time. He has now moved on to Warchief Gaming, and their first project is a tabletop game based in 5e.
Yep.
They launched their Kickstarter today, and it was funded in 11 minutes.
That was a little fast.
Yeah.
It's a good sign.
They're now
it looks
at.
really cool. The post the link in chat, boys.
I will do that right now.
The world looks super interesting. There's lots of really cool like political things going on between the races, which is always cool. And yeah, Definitely, if you're into tabletop games, definitely back this, especially if you like Dungeons and Dragons, because it'll be pretty easy to pick up. But they've added a bunch of stretch goals because they're just plowing through funding goals like nobody's business. They had a
Yep.
$50,000 goal, and they are approaching $500,000 in its first day.
Yeah, they're doing well.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's gonna be big.
So for those who are usually Kickstarter shy, I mean, obviously they're going to make their thing. So you might as well jump in and grab. I think the lowest pledge is for $25. It includes
Digital.
PDFs of
Yeah.
books.
Yep, which is all you need.
Yes.
Yep.
I got the physical version because I like to hold it in my hands. I like holding books in my hands.
Their collector's edition looks really nice too.
Yeah, it's a little too much for my blood for me, but
Yeah, for sure. But it's only 125 US.
yeah, I went with the Game Masters bundle for 75.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exciting.
Dolvac is wanting to run a game in this, so
So
that'll be cool.
your theory is that they're doing a tabletop game to sort of get started, and then they're going to switch into video games,
I think yeah,
or both.
I 100%, because when they started the company, they basically said like sky's the limit here. But their first project is kind of where they all started. It's like Chris Metzen described it like the Warcraft universe spun out of our D&D games, and that's kind of where we want to start again. So
I mean, it sort of seems like start it as a tabletop, and then why not? If it's got good reception, if it's a good
like,
campaign, why
it's
not
literally-
spin
it's
the lore
literally
into a video
just
game?
the world building, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah.
And why not take the world building, publish the world building that you'd have to do anyway for a good video game, make money off the world building to fund the development of the video game. It's a great
Absolutely. And
way to go
they're going to
about
make a few $1 million doing this, no problem.
Yep. And that at least funds the start of, game development. So great.
Exactly.
Good for them.
Also gives you some revenue for your new company because you're obviously going to continue selling it afterwards. So
Yep.
Yep.
So
Apparently he's been working on this since like before he left Blizzard. Like he just
I
had
can
this
imagine.
idea.
that's really
moving
cool.
on.
Like desert dwarfs, they look awesome.
Discord is not selling to Microsoft, which is
Nope.
sad.
I don't know, man. It really depended on which division of Microsoft would have bought them. Which so, like, if it's oh, thank you, Stim. I appreciate it.
I think the rumor was it was going to be Xbox.
I
bought
just saw your comments, Tim. My bad. I'm growing it out for charity. I'm gonna be donating it to Wigs for Kids.
Awesome.
Good cause.
In about a month. So I'm doing it before we move. But oh, you're back. You're now in Twitch chat. he's bouncing around between our chats.
Bounce.
But yeah, so what was I saying?
Discord. Xbox.
Discord. Yes. Xbox. If Xbox took it under their wing, it was about a 75% chance of success. Looking at you, Mixer. If regular old Microsoft took it under their wing,
Yeah.
either it had like a 10% chance of success, but that 10% would have made Teams really good. So
I
mean,
want Discord to integrate its stuff into Teams. Teams
is terrible.
So no, it's so good. Look,
I hate Teams.
The only reason you
It's
think
so good, except all the really awful things about it.
No.
Teams is the best one.
It is the best.
That doesn't mean it's not bad.
The only reason you think it's bad is because we know of Discord, right? But Teams, for what it does for work product, I'm just starting to finally. Do you know how much effort it's been for me to get my teams on Teams? Seriously.
I would like Teams if it worked.
Jake, you
most
work
of the time.
you work in a place with like cool, hip, young people that understand technology, I have
Also,
to
cool, hip, old people
who understand technology. It's really the understand technology that is the key part. I
So, listen, you'd be surprised.
I wouldn't. I know humans. Dude, my mother was like all she did was write technical documentation for IT processes. Can she figure out how to add an attachment to an email? Not a chance. Did she make like her living off like teaching ITIL courses? ITIL is like a high level how to run an IT department.
Yep.
Yeah, anyway. No, I love Teams. I wish Discord
Yeah.
had integrated more with Teams.
Discord's looking to do an IPO, it looks like.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we'll see how that goes.
Also, I'm absolutely enamored with Microsoft right now. They have some of the best environmental goals literally in the world, and I have so much respect for them for that.
And they have Game Pass.
And Game Pass is great.
Yes. And it's I'm just going to use that as a segue to talk about this. xCloud is about to make its way to iOS and web browsers, which is awesome.
It has for a limited number
and
of
iOS
people today.
being iOS, not really just web browsers on Apple devices.
Yeah, because iOS is iOS.
Yep.
Because Apple are being
no, it's Apple is Apple. It'll work fine on iOS.
Yeah.
In fact, in beta, it was on iOS.
Really glad that they're doing this. There's a number of things on xCloud that I'm really excited to play that I do not have the ability to play, like Fable 2, like NHL 2021, which it's only on console. It is not on PC. Fable 2 never appeared on PC.
Well, I would like to stress that the Android version of Game Pass does not have everything the console version does either.
No, but it's the cloud. If the games are like, they've got 3 tiers. They've got PC, Xbox,
PC,
and cloud.
Yeah.
So
if
the game says cloud,
is not Xbox.
no, but
no, it's
Fable
not.
2
But
and
if it's
NHL
on cloud,
are on
Yeah,
cloud.
you're good. Here you go.
I'm just saying, be careful. I'm saying we have an audience that I'm looking out for right now. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, be careful, audience.
Watch out. Get Game Pass.
Get Game
No
Pass.
matter what, you'll enjoy it. It's great.
Yeah.
Speaking of Game Pass, where is it? Destroy All Humans. The Destroy All Humans remake is coming to Game Pass this month.
All 3 of those tiers.
And for the
Cloud,
first time
cloud,
ever,
console, and PC.
and for the first time ever, what is it? Is it MLB The Show?
Yep.
Yes.
That used to be a PlayStation
Came out today.
exclusive, but MLB said no, it's no longer Sony exclusive. We're gonna put it on Xbox as well.
Yep.
I did the exact same thing, Stim. I did the exact same thing. July 2023, my Game Pass expires.
I'm paying for it every month because I'm using it just about every month. Though I canceled Mac and Cass's, but can always resubscribe when they want to play something. It's great.
Yep.
I love Game Pass.
I do the
such a
same
fan.
thing with like video streaming services.
All right, we've
All right.
only got a couple more news items to get to, and I'd like to get to them. First, apparently the 3080 Ti is ready for mass production. I expect them to mass produce fully dozens of cards for
At
retail.
least a couple dozen of them.
At least a couple dozen will get made.
Yep.
Oh, the chip shortage is just brutal.
I saw an article predicting a 26% increase in RAM prices in a month or two.
Gross.
to give you an idea of how bad the chip shortage is right now, Linus Sebastian created a video on Linus Tech Tips advocating that people not buy video cards and instead use cloud gaming services until things are sorted out.
Yep. Not a bad idea, especially with Xbox now.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the reasons we need cloud to come to browser,
It's
right?
coming.
Yeah.
And Stadia exists too. So
It's true. Stadia does.
and works just fine.
Does it?
Yes, it does, and it works just fine.
Do we have any theories on how much longer it's going to exist for now that Google seems to be
The
I
only
don't know,
reason I've
man.
not bought anything on Stadia is because I'm just watching and waiting for them to shut down Stadia, and I feel like I'm not the only one.
Yeah, no, you're not the only
I
one.
played through most of Red Dead 2 on Stadia, and it was pretty
Ooh.
awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
The tech is there. It works. We just... Yeah.
I'm about to break David's heart. He's going to be very mad at me.
What?
NHL 21 is not on cloud.
I thought they said it was.
It's on console.
Yes, Stim, you are correct. I wouldn't recommend Shadow either. Not
Shadow's another one that's they're in the midst of like bankruptcy stuff.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They bit off a bit more than they could chew.
Wait, who?
Yeesh.
Sorry.
Shadow.
Shadow.
Haven't heard
They
anything
were,
about that for a while.
They're a cloud gaming service, but they have never been very big. They're limited availability. There's no availability in Canada, and they are in the midst of a problem. Bankruptcy.
There is also NVIDIA Now, GeForce Now.
Nope.
Is it?
GeForce Now. Yeah, and it's quite good, but you do need to buy the games for that.
It's like Stadia.
So yeah,
But
It is literally Stadia.
no, it's
but-
not. The only difference between it and Stadia,
Stadia
is
gives you
for
free games.
for GeForce Now, you buy it on Steam, so you own the game on Steam, which, let's be honest, is never going away, and then you can stream it.
What a shame that is.
I know. Whatever. The worry of Stadia is what happens if Stadia disappears. Do you get to keep your game? We know that Steam's probably not going anywhere. You buy it on Steam and then you sync your accounts, so you don't have to buy it on. You don't buy it through Nvidia's service. You buy it through another service. It's just like if you could link your Steam-owned games to Stadia, completely different story.
yeah, but they have they want the money. They have no interest in doing that.
Yep.
How did they even allow that, Sargareth? I'm sorry. That's shit.
Google.
That's really shit. Oh, before
Right.
yeah.
This is non-news because the announcement of it was also non-news.
What's that?
The Lord of the Rings MMO was canceled, but they announced it before they even had the contract nailed down with the studio who is going to make it.
Apparently, the studio
rough.
were making it. The studio spent
They-
2
they were-
years making it.
We're making it is relative when a game is in pre-production and that studio is working on multiple projects.
It sounds more like the studio was owned by Tencent or was bought by Tencent, and then talks between Amazon and Tencent fell through.
Yeah, the contract ended before it entered production. Hey, people, and this is ironic coming from me, a Cloud Imperium Games employee. Do not announce your game before it enters full production.
No
Don't
doubt.
do it. Don't do it.
It's really clear what Amazon wanted. Amazon wanted to try and get the game out and get it hyped and get it done in time to coincide with their Lord of the Rings show.
Yeah, but don't
Which is-
announce it.
No, you don't announce it
But
at all.
Jake,
Ever.
Jake,
No.
have Amazon managed anything in the sphere of video games yet? Nothing. What?
Lumberyard. Thanks.
No,
Appreciate it.
CIG managed that, and
Hey,
Amazon.
they're the ones who did it. Anyway,
But yeah, that was yet another misstep by Amazon Game Studios. Yeah, that's a little rough.
not
Also,
going away,
if they
though.
were planning to make an MMO in like 3 years, they're insane.
the new Amazon CEO said it's not going away. So, which yes,
the
it's not
games?
Jeff Bezos anymore.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
Amazon knows that games are money. They just haven't figured out
Yeah.
how to do it yet. They will.
Yeah.
They have enough money
They'll
to
figure
throw
it out.
at it.
Yep, they have
Who
infinite
knows?
money to throw at it.
Honestly, who knows? Kaplan might go to Amazon.
I have one thing to say about
That's
that.
a weird leap, but okay.
Amazon has fuck you money.
Yeah, but
I have
I'm
one thing
sure
to say
Jeff
about that.
Kaplan doesn't want to work for a giant corporate conglomerate like.
Hey,
Activision
Jeff,
He can work
we'll
for
give
anybody he
you-
wants
again.
to.
Hey Jeff, we'll give you like $500 million and complete control over your own studio to do whatever you want. Go.
He probably still wouldn't do it.
Probably
Never
still
know.
wouldn't do
Anyway,
it.
Eric, what are you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say, this might be overly mean, but Blue Origin Rocket Company is a very good example of what can sometimes not happen if you have infinite money.
Yeah.
Let's just say they're having a really, really, really bad week.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Woo.
yeah.
It's fine. Jeffy really wants to mine those asteroids, Eric.
He really does. He's
really does.
also very, very angry right now, and
Yes.
and he's learning that
Space is hard, man.
Cash does not launch a rocket.
No.
So, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
their New Shepard launch was good. But New Shepard is a small suborbital vehicle and it's been in development for a decade. Anything else that they wanted to do has been basically, let's just say all the other things they've been trying to do are going very poorly.
The problem is, and honestly, this isn't even we're pivoting right into space talk right now, but whatever. It's not even a Blue
It's our
Origin.
show, man. We can do whatever we want.
It's true, but it's not even just a Blue Origin problem. It's a everyone in space problem.
Mm-hmm.
SpaceX is it.
Yep.
Nobody can match them.
Not
Period.
yet.
Not yet.
And
It'll happen.
and people are starting to try. Blue Origin's been trying for a while, but China's going to be
Virgin.
trying. Russia's going to be trying. But like
Russia.
no, but it's they got so complacent. But no, it's how are you supposed to catch SpaceX at this point? Because they not only do they have the best functioning rocket and they're going to win basically anything they compete for because they've got
Yep.
the tech.
Nobody's gonna beat them, but space is big.
Yeah, I mean, someone could compete with them if they could get something working.
Space
But
is
that's-
real big.
Let's just say
No.
It's,
Sorry, I'm
Free real estate, man.
sorry.
news
I
is really, really good for SpaceX recently, and not great for all of many other companies.
the NASA contract.
All right.
Yeah.
No.
Can I talk
Sorry,
about-
I misunderstand when I say, or I misrepresent when I say competing. Part of the problem is if you're interested in rocket science and launching rockets and anything involved in where are you going to go?
SpaceX, 100%.
You're going to go to SpaceX because
Yep.
they are the ones at the forefront.
That is also why they are as good as they are.
Yeah.
That's the only play. There was a thing out recently. It was some professors who were saying that like 80% of their engineering students want to work at either SpaceX or Tesla.
Yep.
depending on what part of engineering they want to go into. And it's like, well, that's something.
It's creative freedom, man.
Rocket Lab, yeah.
Rocket Lab's amazing. They're probably my, even though they're totally a different class, they're probably my number 2 favorite rocket company. They are exceptionally awesome, and they just announced a new rocket, so
Cool.
that's pretty cool. That one that will be entirely built and launched in the United States.
Oh man, completely off topic, but Eric, the federal budget that was unveiled yesterday included the possibility of 40 grand interest free for green upgrades for your home. And I am doing everything I can to sell to
Solar,
Cass
baby.
solar roof and power wall for our house.
Yes.
Interest free.
Yes.
Yes.
For
Oh, don't worry. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, I'm gonna try and get my parents in on this for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paying like $7,000 for a new roof.
Also, they announced like $17 billion for environmental, and that is
nice.
me. And I am so anyway. Sorry, completely off topic. Jake, you were gonna talk about Apex.
I want to talk about Apex Legends.
Back.
Straight back into gaming.
All right. Apex Legends is a video game by Respawn Entertainment.
Yes, it is.
Do you know what else is a video game by Respawn Entertainment? Titanfall 2.
Titanfall.
In Titanfall, you play as a man by the name of Jack. I think his name is Jack. Don't remember actually. He's voiced by Troy Baker. Anyway, in one of the boss fights is a Titan pilot from the Outlands named Viper.
Okay.
Turns out Viper has a daughter by the name of Kyrie, which is already I'm in. Kyrie, yes. And she grew up wanting to be a pilot just like her dad. You murder her dad in Titanfall 2. He's not a good person. But she goes and finds the leader of these the predators and says, "Hey, I want into your games." She goes by the name of Valkyrie. And she is the new legend in Apex Legends. She is going to have Titanfall-like abilities. We don't know exactly what that means quite yet. All we know is that Rampart has modified a North Star from Titanfall 2 for the use of Valkyrie in the Apex games.
Oh, really?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, boy.
That sounds awesome. Highly recommend watching the cinematic. You remember the last one they did with Horizon, where they're like, yo, here's a black hole and time travel and wackiness. And then the one after that where they literally blow up Kings Canyon. They did it again. They cannot be stopped. Eat your heart out, Blizzard.
Wow.
I can't wait for Season 9 of Apex Legends. It's going to be sick.
Honestly,
also,
it's eat your heart out Activision. I'm so happy that... Because they were basically Infinity Ward, were they not?
What?
Weren't they? I thought...
Respawn?
The Apex team is a new team. But yeah, Respawn was Infinity Ward.
Yeah.
But
I love seeing...
the execs were. I don't think the teams are that much the same.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people left Infinity Ward to join Respawn. Like a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been like 12 years at this point. I'm not sure how much of those people are still there. All I know is Apex Legends is the best competitive multiplayer game out right now. If you haven't played it, you should. It's free. Even if you don't like battle royales, because odds are the only battle royales you have played are PUBG or Fortnite. This is neither of those games.
Apex is the best battle royale.
Remotely close.
Yeah.
Please play Apex Legends. There's a reason why the entire Star Citizen PvP community plays Apex Legends. Also,
Eric,
I had no idea. I had no idea until I started
amazing.
working here. And now I have way more people to play Apex with, which is great.
I miss having people to play Apex with, to be honest. It was good.
Well, you never ask me to play Apex, David.
I've asked you twice, and both times you said no.
Oh, 2 whole times.
I know. I'm not
Ask
much
him more
for...
times.
I don't do that.
2 entire times.
Yeah. I'm not
And
made
ask
of
more
money.
than that, David.
I'm not made of asking.
No. All right. The other rumored thing that they're going to be adding, there's 2 other rumored things that are being added to Apex. Number 1 is a bow.
Oh, yes,
Ooh.
please.
Yes.
Yes.
Which scares me. Number 2 is something they are referring to only as Apex Arena.
What?
I don't know what that means. Is it team deathmatch? Is it a smaller map with fewer squads? I don't know.
I would really like another single player or co-op experience from them. Personally,
I mean, they made one.
I know.
It's called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
I know. I played it. I want one in the Apex universe, in the Titanfall universe. That's not Titanfall.
I mean, they probably will.
I know.
At some point.
I'm excited for that. They do good games. Respawn do great
Yep.
games.
I mean-
they have recently doubled in size. So
Excellent.
Yeah, I was
they are now,
gonna imagine.
instead of a 2-project studio, they could easily be a 4-project studio. now.
Holy balls.
They opened a dedicated studio in Vancouver that is
Ooh.
Apex and Apex only. They moved the entire Apex Legends team to Canada.
It's a place to be.
That can't have been easy in the middle of COVID.
Nope, but they did it.
My God.
And
I just have to say, 1, Sargreth, what is an ASCII David? And 2, I want one.
I have an ASCII Tyler. Oh, I know, I got rid of
Excellent.
it. Never mind.
Oh, man.
I don't know why you want an ASCII David, but I want an ASCII David.
Anyway, everybody should play Apex Legends. It is no longer only on Origin, which was another barrier to entry that people really don't like downloading more than one launcher. They hate it more than anything in the world. They will resist it until they die unless there is a single game on that launcher, and then they're like, okay, that's fine. But more than one? Nope.
I've never
Can't do it.
understood that. I've got like 6. I've got like my portion of my desktop that is launchers and my portion of desktop that is games, and I like it. I'll take all the launchers.
But also, GOG Galaxy exists.
It's my least favorite launcher.
Just have a launcher for your launchers. I mean, it's not finished yet. It's in beta.
I get it,
GOG
Sarger.
Galaxy
Thanks.
is the best launcher
I hate it. You know why I hate it?
because you like to hate things.
Because it's got nothing on it of its own, and I
It
don't
has
like
everything on it.
What do you mean?
It doesn't have to have
I-
anything on it of its own.
No, I own.
GOG has a store.
So go buy things from GOG.
You just click the store button.
My lord.
I have.
I
too
own
much.
Cyberpunk on GOG.
So do I. I have there. It's. I don't know how to explain it. I guess it's more. I open GOG and I see the owned games number, and I feel really ashamed of who I am and what I've done.
This sounds like a you problem, not a GOG
Oh
problem.
no! It's 100% a me problem. I'm not saying that GOG is bad. I'm saying I personally dislike it.
Because of your own doing,
Yes.
specifically.
Yes, Steam doesn't tell me how much
you
of a
don't wanna
sad
see
person I
the-
am.
Yes, it does. It does right at the top
Not as
of
obviously,
your
apparently.
library. It says it right there.
No, it doesn't.
It
doesn't for me.
I'm in my library right now. It says I have 613 games
Yeah, but
right
you
now
don't.
at the
do you-
top of my library.
Jake, have you categorized your games? Because I've got mine categorized. I've got my favorite games. I've got good games. I've got multiplayer games. I've got games that I need to play. I've got VR games. I don't see the total. It's hidden. And that is good for my soul.
That's stupid.
How long have you known me, Jake?
Are you just saying you are stupid? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Oh,
Did you not realize that?
Oh, yeah. You just surprise me with your dumbness every once in a while, David.
It's what I'm here for, Jake. I live to make life interesting.
lovely.
Anyway, play Apex Legends. It's good. It's on Steam. And now the Switch. And soon, phones. Very soon, in fact. They're alpha testing it in the Philippines right now, apparently.
It is time for segment get you free shit.
Yep. The
3
Japonia
games.
Complete Collection. The Pillars of Earth and the First Tree are all free on Epic Game Store.
EGS.
Also free, starting last night, is Horizon Zero Dawn on the PlayStation platform.
Oh yeah, I gotta grab that.
100% free. No PS Plus required.
Really wish I had a PlayStation right now.
I mean, you can claim it without a PlayStation.
Perfect. They
Yep.
should make it free on EGS, please.
You have no feed?
They put it on discount. Pretty
They
steep
did.
discount. It was like
40% off.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do I even get that?
So, something I wanted to mention. I don't know if this means anything. Jeff Kaplan tweeted today.
Mm.
He tweeted a long string of binary numbers,
Oh.
which translates to "defend the keep."
Oh. Oh.
So interestingly, "Defend the Keep" is a video game that is out already.
I don't think he would have
But
made it that obvious.
But I don't think that's what he's referring to.
No.
But yeah, it's pretty interesting. So yeah, a little bit of mystery there for Mr. Kaplan. All right.
Steam. No, the person who made Defend the Keep has actually unlisted it from Steam and other stores and has stopped development of it. So
So probably not the one he means, no.
it ain't Defend the Keep.
But it means something, so that'll be interesting.
Yep.
Yep.
And
But
yeah.
we have nothing to complain about this week, or yell about, I mean.
No.
We haven't.
I
We're
mean,
not yelling
anything to
about
we
yell
anything.
can
in a
call it
while.
early. I kind of want to go to bed.
I do too. I am very tired.
Which is really funny that we're saying early because, again, the show was originally designed to be an hour long, and we're an hour and 50 minutes.
We've never done an hour.
No,
Ever.
No, I know.
it's always supposed to be 90
it
minutes.
was supposed to be an
No,
hour.
it wasn't.
Sargareth, why would he leave Blizzard and then make Warcraft?
I mean, he could.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, if they wouldn't make a Warcraft, then he might. Which, you know,
That doesn't
they-
make any sense.
No,
Speaking of
Sargareth,
which,
we are getting more mellow in our old age. We're realizing that, it's not worth yelling about because guess what? Games are fun and we should be enjoying them and we should be really grateful that we live in a time when we can just
You know
play
what?
all these
gonna
amazing
yell about something.
experiences. Oh no. What have I done?
I want a PS5. There, I'm
Oh,
done yelling.
yeah.
I can't get one. It's
Yeah.
hurting me.
what was I gonna say?
So bad.
I don't remember.
You were gonna say words. Those words were going to form a sentence, probably,
Maybe.
and yeah, then we would all interact with you
Yeah.
in relationship to your sentence.
Okay. Thanks everybody for coming to the show this week.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Go ahead and hit the follow and bell if you want to know when we go
hopefully,
live. But spoiler, it's the same time every week.
Yep. Hopefully next week we have a little bit more news to chat about.
9 p.m.
I think we
Eastern.
had perfect news. We filled the show.
6 p.m. Pacific.
Join us Saturday for Star Citizen Talk.
Yeah, if you want to talk about Star Citizen, Saturday is the day to do so.
We've got all of
We got a
the
roadmap
inside
update
feats.
tomorrow. As I mentioned in Twisk/last published, it's not going to be as big as the last published. But that's a good thing. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff. So it's not nothing.
Not nothing. There
It's
you
not
go.
nothing.
That's our tagline.
There is some cool stuff.
I
on
want
there,
tacos.
I gotta say, there's some cool stuff.
I want a
So-
taco.
It's
want a
around
taco?
I really want a taco.
3 p.m. Eastern or so is usually when we publish that. So
Does anyone else really want tacos?
Yes, but I'm starving, as I previously mentioned.
I'm also starving. Anyway, this
All right,
is...
all right, David. Let's go get tacos. We'll meet in Winnipeg.
That's like 18-hour
Winnipeg
drive.
for tacos.
Actually, I can't. Ontario, the border to Manitoba is closed.
Yeah, Ontario closes provincial borders.
Oops.
Yeah, because Ontario is
Alive with the sounds of COVID.
actually on fire.
Yeah, that's fun.
Oh no, it's not. It's how you guys are like getting your shots and shit. We're like, yeah, maybe in September, maybe
They have
for a first
they have tons
dose.
of and you have tons of doses too, and they just can't roll them out.
They
Which is-
refuse to. They want to have at least 1 million doses as a backup, and they're doing 60,000 doses
What does
a
that
day,
mean?
and they're keeping 1 million in case the supply lines stop. It's like a state saying, just in case the federal government can't get us more supply, we're gonna keep 1 million in supply.
All right.
That doesn't
yeah.
make any sense.
No,
Mostly, hey, I don't
There's-
want the
there's-
I don't
there's
want
a
the
reason-
Discord. David, we need to end the show. But
Yeah.
before we go,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say some words,
all right,
Yeah.
and then I want you to end the show immediately because I
Okay.
don't want discourse.
okay.
Hey, everybody. Today was a very important day for the United States. In
Boy,
that
howdy.
a man who it was in a position of authority, who murdered a man in May of 2020, was convicted for said murder. And that is awesome that humans are held accountable for committing crimes, which was a thing that hasn't been a thing ever. And we're in so two schools of thought here. Number one is that 100% we should celebrate this. It is justice. It is a victory. Even though it is a baby step. And that's okay. We should still celebrate it because that is awesome. But number two, it's also the beginning of the work that needs to be done. So if you are in the U.S., there's a bunch of legislation that is coinciding with the events going on right now. Please talk to your local representatives. Feel free to talk to your senators too, but whatever, man. The representatives, they've got a much smaller demographic they have to worry about, and that's where you're going to be doing the most good. So please help everyone out by letting them know that this is a thing that needs to be held up as a precedent for the rest of time. And Black Lives Matter, man.